In 1932, Australia was the stage of one of the strangest wars in history. But the opponents weren't humans. They were emus. Yes, emus, the large flightless birds that roam the Australian outback. The so-called Great Emu War saw the Australian military fighting these birds to protect farmlands. But how did it get to this point? And who really won the war? Let's explore the bizarre story of the Great Emu War. After World War I, Australian soldiers were encouraged to farm in Western Australia. But in 1932, a severe drought left crops vulnerable, and around 20,000 emus migrated from the inland regions to these farmlands. The emus trampled the crops, destroying the farmers' livelihood. Desperate for help, the farmers turned to the government, which responded by sending soldiers armed with machine guns. In November 1932, the war officially began. The soldiers set out with the intent to cull the emus. But things didn't go as planned. The emus were fast, agile, and incredibly hard to shoot. The soldiers quickly realized that their machine guns were no match for the birds' speed and erratic movements. Despite several attempts, the emus outsmarted the military, dodging bullets and scattering before the soldiers could even get close. After several failed attempts, the soldiers withdrew. In the end, only a small number of emus were killed, while thousands more continued to roam freely. The war was declared a failure, with one military official famously remarking that the emus had won. The emus had outlasted the machine guns and were victorious in this bizarre chapter of Australian history. The Great Emu War remains one of the strangest military conflicts in history. Though the emus won the battle, their presence continued to be a challenge for Australian farmers. Today, the event is remembered with humor and amazement, a reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the limits of human control over it. What do you think? Was the Great Emu War doomed from the start, or could the soldiers have won? Let us know in the comments below.